Hello, I'm Mikhail Marinas, and I'm Vice President of the Focus on the Drive Club that we have at MATES. And I'll be using this video as an opportunity to summarize our You Got Brains Champion Schools project. Through advising from Melissa Galea, our Focus on the Drive advisor, here at the Marine Academy of Technology and Environmental Science, we have together formulated the objective for our project, which is to utilize creative themes and peer engagement to encourage safe driving practices among teens and new drivers in our school environment. This corresponds with the fact that at such a young age, we are especially vulnerable on the roads, and being that high school is a place where there are so many new young drivers driving to school and learning the ways of the road, it's important that we focus our engagement with them. At MATES, we communicate our safe driving outreach through a club that has been established several years ago called Focus on the Drive, as mentioned earlier, and we work on creating different activities and going around and interviewing throughout lunchtime, really to get the community involved and aware of what they can do to be a better driver on the road, and more importantly, a safer driver and what that means for them. We follow a pretty basic timeline where we complete monthly bulletin boards based on themes for the month that correlate with different kinds of safe driving techniques based on different parameters of the month, things like holidays and also things like inclement weather that may affect someone's ability to drive. And we also work on completing different activities basically every month to monitor and be consistent with our engagement. Here we have some examples of school and community engagement. The image on the top left corner is of a sign that says "Hands on the wheel, eyes on the road," which is one of our bulletin boards that we complete monthly just to encourage and remind students of safe driving practices. Below that on the left, we have an image that says "Guard the brain, keep luck in your lane," which is really just a fun quote to help encourage students to sign our pledge that they will be a safe driver. We have another pledge on the image next to that, which says that "I drive safe for," and then on the heart they're writing someone's name. This is our primary method of community or school engagement, and we continue to do this as part of our student body outreach, which also involves hosting monthly club meetings where we discuss recent events. We also have club t-shirts, and as mentioned, the different pledge activities, but there will also be images later in the slideshow of different photo ops that we've created to help encourage more people to even just take a quick photo with us. We've also hosted interviews for a partnership with MATES TV, which is another club at our school.
Hey guys, we're here with Bella. Bella, how can you practice safe driving in the winter?
You go slow around corners and practice defensive driving everywhere you go.
That right there was a video of myself and our club secretary, Caroline Yoon, speaking with Isabella Morgan about her safe driving techniques. This video was used specifically for the MATES TV segment of the month, and that is part of why we have focused on so much creativity in our different efforts to communicate with our student body, as we feel it is the best way to connect with them and engage. We also stand out through our photo ops, which are fun and unique ways to quickly get engagement from our peers and to get them to begin thinking about safe driving. These are images of the many students excited to participate in our most recent photo op. Part of being a team at MATES means working together and participating even if they're not part of the club directly. Teamwork inside the club also means working together with our different leaders. As the vice president, I contribute in many different ways, along with the president himself. The secretary and the treasurer each have their own more specific roles, where the secretary takes meeting notes and the treasurer manages our funds. We also have some safe driving statistics or some research and data that we've been preaching to our student body to help them understand the importance of prioritizing safe driving techniques, especially as new drivers and teenagers begin learning the ways of the road. The age range data we have here on the slides is from 2021, and it shows that around 21% of accidents that occurred in this year were from individuals between 18 and 25 years old. It also showed that another 21% of accidents were from individuals between 26 and 35, whereas only 14% were from individuals between 36 and 45, and then the rest of the percentage is those in individuals above 45 years old. We also prioritize informing students of specific driving habits like drinking and driving, texting and driving, and erratic speeding. Each of these improper habits are incredibly detrimental to new drivers especially, and can cause so many issues for both the driver and others involved in the accident. Considering we are such a small school, social media is not our main form of communication as we typically communicate over the loudspeaker. However, we use stories and posts to inform the club about new events and meetings. Some of these include posting different activities that we've done through our campaign to help kind of save and keep track of what we've done throughout the year. The main way that we evaluate the impact and efficiency of our campaigns through the club are through our pledge activities and our interviews. With our pledge activities, we look at the amount of people that kind of sign off on them and the amount of people that stop and look at them and kind of take a moment to think about what it means to be a safe driver. Through our interviews, we get specific information from our students and from our peers about what they do to be safe drivers and how they feel about our club.
I'm here with
Jason.
And what's one thing you do to practice safe driving on the parkway?
I cruise 65 in the right lane.
Who am I here with?
Giovanni.
And what is one thing you do to practice safe driving on the parkway?
I always check my mirrors before changing lanes.
Who am I here with? Eva. And what are two things you do to practice safe driving?
I use my blinkers when I'm merging lanes, and I am always aware of my surroundings.
Thank you.
While I am graduating this year, our secretary, Caroline Yoon, is particularly active in this club, and as a junior, she will make sure that the club remains with the same passion and strength in the following year. As a club, sustainability is one of our most important values, and we practice this by reusing our materials, such as those from the photo op, along with our signs and our pledge boards, so that we can continue to use the materials in the following year. This year especially, we have set the standard for what we are as a club and what we will continue to be, especially through many of the different interviews and campaigns that we've conducted throughout the year. In the next clips, I have a few more examples of what we've done throughout the year.
Hey guys, today we're going to see who's focused on the drive. Today I'm here with,
Mr. Cohen.
and what are three things you do to drive safely on Long Beach Island during the summer?
Well, the first thing and most important thing is don't drive in flip-flops. I used to drive in flip-flops all the time, and once in a while you get that brake pedal or the gas pedal stuck between your foot and the flip-flop, and I kind of have fat feet, so maybe it's just me, but you got to be careful with that. And other than that, you got to know that most people are tourists, so they don't know exactly where they're going. And remember, you can stop on a dime, but you don't want it to be in somebody's back pocket.
Thank you.
As you can see, getting people to focus on what they can do to be a safer driver, but in a fun way, is part of what we do through this club. But in doing so, we have also learned a few different unexpected lessons. We have two quotes from different members of our club, one being, "We discovered that knowing our audience can make all the difference, and that teens respond with more enthusiasm to other teens." This really just means that peer-to-peer campaigns have been one of the most effective things for us. Another quote says, "I would say that our most effective activities have been the ones that require the least effort from participants." This is in reference to our photo op, which was extremely successful, and we collected so many different photos of students holding up the car sign. And in doing so, we were able to talk to many different people about what they can do to be a safe driver. My personal reflection is that it has been beyond rewarding to overcome different challenges and see the impact that our club has had on the school overall, and how it's encouraged so many different people to begin worrying about their habits as a driver and to really reconsider what they've known so far and what they can do to be a better driver. Two most important lessons from our campaign and from this project have been that boosting engagement processes really just take time, and being patient with the student body and understanding that we have to be consistent if we want them to respond to what we're putting out there. I would like to say thank you to the listener of our project, and as a final reminder, don't forget to focus on the drive, like we do here at Mates. Thank you for your time.